We've recently done a reactivation database for Rayan, who is a car detailing agency, was a car detailer. We've got James here, who is our head honcho in everything AI, and specifically making a shed load of money with AI. And he's been instrumental in the reactivation of this gent's insane results. And a reactivation, for those that don't know, is taking an existing database, whether that be from the client or could be potentially just from another source. Some people scrape data, some people have been given data, some people have accrued data from customers in the past that have or haven't purchased. And as we'll go through, we make a decision on the best frameworks to nail those databases. And James, as we've been speaking about a lot, the thing with database reactivation, before when it was just email, it was very cold. It was very difficult to reignite people that had been kind of absent from the business or never been part of the business. But with AI now, with the ability to nurture, with the ability to take time, with the ability to enrich data sources and actually appear human, the results have been absolutely profound. So do you want to go into a little bit of Rayan and what you did?
So I'll just dive in, share my screen. So just for some context, Rayan over here running a lot of ads. And from these ads, he would send them to a funnel where they would then opt in and then book a call for his detailing agency services. Now, he had a huge database of tons and tons of leads. And within a matter of 4 days, we reactivated 2,500 of them. And of those, 67 appointments got booked. That was within the span of 4 days. That was more appointments than they were booking in a week and a half, 2 weeks, based on their ad spend. And with that said, this was all doable via the AI agent. So just to actually dive in to that. So just for some context on Rayan, he was spending anywhere between $500 to $600 on paid ads, sending them to a funnel where they would opt in and then book a call for his detailing agency services. And the problem with this is Rayan he was spending a lot on ads, but only a small percentage would actually end up booking. Only a small percentage would actually end up showing and then ultimately closing. So despite the fact that they were profitable, that came at the expense of having to constantly pump more ads out and more ad spend. With what we did for him with Wise AI, we were able to essentially take a huge database. These are leads who never converted, never booked calls, and reach out to all of them on a personalized basis. This is the crazy thing about AI, is that in the past, to do a reactivation, you'd have a single-digit percentage reply rate. So it just wasn't going to actually get you anything tangible.
Yeah, I've seen reactivations. We've done reactivations where you've taken a very cold list and you've got 0 reply rate.
Yeah,
it wasn't 100%. Worth the time for half the time for even bothering. So most people would be spending more time finding new leads, and I could see why.
Exactly. And one of the biggest things with that is when doing a reactivation in the past, it would have to just be automated. There's nothing personalized to the contact. There's nothing personalized to the lead. And the thing that a lot of people don't get is someone who gets a reactivation text or an automated email, whatever it may be, 97% of them have some sort of lingering objection, lingering question. And that's the reason why they didn't buy in the first place when they first came through the funnel. But with AI, we're able to now tailor and essentially have human conversations at scale. And that's how we were able to, as you can see, reach out to 2,500. And keep in mind, he has a whole database of over 10K. So we just reached out to a small percentage of these. And of that, within a matter of 4 days, we booked 67 new appointments for Rayan. And this was only possible, once again, because we're able to replicate human conversation.
Well, actually, mate, it's even better than that, because I was chatting to Alistair, who's one of our other clients who has a landscaping company today. He came round and he had his agent just literally achieve a £20,000 deposit for a landscaping deal. And he admitted to me, after seeing the conversation, had he seen the lead come through and as cold as that lead was, he wouldn't have even bothered, because he would have just made the assumption based on the conversation it wasn't worth his time. But unlike a human, the AI will continue to have a conversation with someone regardless of how bad that lead is, because we're all busy, right? So as humans, we try to prioritize our time on someone based on past history, whether or not we think biasly they're going to convert. Now, we have to do that because we're limited on time, whereas an AI isn't limited on time. Actually, you can have 500 conversations simultaneously and is not at all biased about the quality of the conversation. It'll just have the conversation anyway. So as you said, this is even better than a human being, because even if someone comes back and goes, why are you messaging me? It will still reply. And it may be they just were like, just needed reminding that the company was, oh yeah, I remember you. But a human will be like, oh, sod this lead. I have, this other 10 people that come through, I'm gonna attack them first. So I would argue that, man, this is better than a human.
100%. And on top of that, it also has the ability to actually reach out multi-platform as well. So while most setters, they'll maybe just give a ring or shoot a text on one platform, this will be able to hit them up everywhere simultaneously. And when it does, as you mentioned, it's unemotional to the out. And with that, it'll be able to reach out on a personalized basis. So just for reference, this is the actual agent that we ran. First things first, we would have the agent determine if we're speaking with the right person. If we are, we would move on. If not, we would determine if they're an actual detailer, someone we can actually work with. As you mentioned, since it's AI, we're able to actually have it conversate with them no matter the outcome. So whether they're like, no, I'm not, it'll be able to dig deeper, find out if they accidentally submitted their info, if they are and they're just giving an objection, which also we're able to prompt on, which I'll show in a second here. And then from there, once again, reach out to them, give them and from there, we had it determine if they would like to book an appointment. So this was a very straightforward database reactivation to where we gave it some context, remind them, hey, a while back, you opted into Rayon's funnel about getting more detailing jobs. Is that something that would interest you? Now, this is where like the real power of AI shines is 70% of people, they aren't ready to book an appointment just from a pitch. They have questions, they have objections. They have things that, once again, prevented them from converting in the past. And that's where the ability to actually train this AI on all the most common objections, on every aspect of your service, your business, how you want it to actually answer certain things, that's where that's so powerful. So if you look right here, we give this AI a ton of context, both on Rayon's business, where these leads came from, but also, this is the special sauce, testimonials, objections, and FAQs. So feel free to pause to check some of these out. But right here, as you can see, one of the most common objections that Rayon would get is this a scam? Because they were running a free trial offer to detailers who are very young. A lot of them are broke as well, so they're not used to investing in themselves. Instead of that objection being the reason why they don't book, we prompt the AI on how to handle that. And if you look right here, we'll even integrate testimonials throughout its responses and give the AI a database of testimonials to pull from as well. I've seen some insane conversations to where someone will give an objection and it might be brand new or maybe down the line, I just started. But by giving the AI all the context on people who were just like them from different markets, right? There was a 17-year-old over here who scaled to 10K a month. It's like, now that the AI has context on that, if someone says, oh, I'm too young, or maybe down the line, or, oh yeah, but I'm still in school, it will pull personalized examples towards their specific situation to then handle that objection. Also, a big thing, especially for people in the B2B space, is with high ticket pricing, you usually don't want to give away the price on the front end. So we're actually able to handle that objection and prompt the AI on how to handle that objection within the prompting as well, right? That way we're any sort of question, any objection, whatever it may be, what's the price? Or I don't think this is going to work for me, or, oh, I'm in this specific situation, I'm too young. It is armed with absolutely everything to then handle that, to move the conversation forward to where they finally end up booking. And just to show a couple examples here, right here we had Dave. As you can see, the AI reached out, gave a little pitch, and then very easy, no objections, ended up getting booked in. As you can see, very, very conversationally as well. And then Jordan, this one was a little bit tougher of a conversation. He gave a little bit more questioning, right? He was not as easy. So he said, I'm interested in continuing. I've just had some personal problems. That's why I haven't been in touch. So this was someone that I guess they've conversated with in the past. And as you can see, the AI, in a very, very human-like way, acknowledges what he said. Totally get it. Life happens. I'm not sure if you're currently taking on more detailing jobs, but Rayon wanted me to personally reach out. Would you be open to beta testing our new system on a quick Zoom? He said, I just want to know about my ads. Gotcha. Just to clarify, you're asking how many. Just to clarify, I just want to know about my ads. So the AI responded to that and then looped back for the close. This is something that a lot of setters, they lack, and they'll just get an objection and either stop, they don't know how to handle it, whatever it may be. The AI, as you mentioned, being emotionally detached from the outcome will loop and loop and loop. So right here, he now says he wants to get some appointments, and then it goes straight for the kill. And right here, he gave context on what time zone he was in. And the AI, this was something that was crazy. The AI, instead of needing, like any sort of automation would be if you're trying to get someone's time zone, exact time zone and exact, oh yeah, I'm in Eastern or I'm in Central, whatever it is. He said the time right now is 4:06. And the AI actually understood that, saw what time it was, which it was 5:06 in Eastern time, and converted that over to Central, which was his time zone. So absolutely insane. Gave him some available times for a meeting, and then ultimately booked him in, once again, in a very, very conversational way.
And the great thing here is, what is different about the Wise AI agent is that it's agentic. And when you prompt it, as people may have seen as they were watching that, it said, answer something like. You're not having to give, and where people in the past have had any form of agents like ManyChat stuff, because we get asked this all the time, is this like a bot that's a ManyChat? No. That's, you have to come up with every eventuality that could possibly happen and then tell it exactly how to reply. All we're doing is giving it context and a tone and a personality to reply with, and then letting it do the work. Like let the software do the hard work, and it will figure it out for you. So it's actually better not to overtrain the AI. And we purposely don't give it too much, because otherwise you're trying to strong arm an AI which will always work in its confined boundaries. So you just let it unleash. and the time zone, by the way, guys, and I'm sure any of you that have sales teams that are watching this know just how frustrating it is when your sales team book in people on the wrong time. And it is quite difficult because they're looking at your calendar, they're looking at the prospect, and they're trying to load up Google and figure out what the time difference is, and then getting it wrong by an hour or getting the PM to let the AI do it. Nails it. Absolutely nails it. And this chap, he got, how much did he make in the first run?
That was a little bit over 23,000 cash collected. And keep in mind, I think there's another 20 in collectibles. So 40,000 revenue, 23,000 cash collected, somewhere around there.
Which he now has the ability to drive more ads, more leads, and do the same thing over and over again. Rinse and repeat.
100%.
And one thing a lot of people don't get is when running ads, it's like ROAS and LTV and CAC, all of that's such important metrics to be able to profitably scale. But what this does isn't just increase your top line revenue. Any leads who end up getting, whether it's reactivated, whether it is booked and they weren't booked before, that goes straight to bottom line profit. He might have had a 3x front end ROAS on his 15K in that month on ad spend. But now that extra 20,000, that wasn't just, okay, there's 20,000 and then 20% of that goes to ads. It's like, that was straight profit.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And this is the power of AI, and this is just a glimpse. So this is one element, one agent on one aspect. This is low-hanging fruit, and once you generate revenue, because a lot of people have an abundance of potential money in the pipeline, which they're just not squeezing. And they don't have the capital to go and find new revenue because they're beholden to how much they've spent. And it's effectively stock, which you need to unleash the wealth from. And doing this is transformative to most businesses. And anyone that wants us to have a look at their business or see how we might be able to integrate AI into the business, in the comments section below, there's a link to work with us. And you can tell us a bit about your business and what you're doing and what you're not doing. And we can have a conversation about implementing and start earning more while working less and start having great days every day, which is always better with AI.